Hi guys, we're back in Pearl today, and as you can see, I'm not wearing flannel. I left my house. I did a job interview today. Oh man, let's talk about that for a minute. Let's talk about the realities of how other people perceive us. I'm the first one to tell you that I don't really care what people think about me. Um, Not because people's opinions aren't important, but because people don't really know who I am. I know who I am. The people closest to me know who I am. My partner, my kids, my very good friends. But I don't necessarily feel like other people know me deeply. And I think that's most of us. I don't think we know anybody as well as we know ourselves. And um, I think that that's an important thing to remember when we are going before people. I just completed a panel interview. God help me. I hate panel interviews because I think that there is a lot of unspoken communication that comes through when you're in a room full of people who are judging you. And please know, when you are sitting in an interview, they are judging you, and you have to present in a certain way if you really want the job. And like, this job would be really awesome. It'd be ideal. It's part time, it's the work that I know how to do, it's engaging with people at a level that I've always been very good at. I'm definitely interested. And I refuse to pretend to be somebody I'm not. I love it when they ask you questions like, tell us about a time when you had a disagreement, or when you made a mistake, or when you screwed up. And in the back of my mind, I want to say we all make mistakes. And the hope would be that in making the mistake, you own your shit and apologize when you make a mistake and fix it, do better, do the repair. Because that's a big thing. I mean, you can pretend that everything is fine and dandy, you can deny mistakes, all of those things, and all you do is lose credibility as a human being. And I refuse to do that. And so, in this idea of presenting a certain way, yep, did my hair, put on my face, tried to cut a few years off of my poor aging 53-year-old face. Um, and I don't know if it'll matter in the long run. And maybe it isn't my business to know if it will matter in the long run, because the reality is that they're going to make decisions and they're going to judge me according to who they are, not according to who I am. And you need to remember that. People judge you based on who they are, not on who you are. People judge you because there's something about them that they don't like or don't feel secure about. And when you show them that that can bubble up, that scares people. And their response to it is usually not favorable. Empathy is not as deeply felt as people would like to believe that it is, and it certainly isn't displayed as often as it should be. I went back in my thinking about losing my previous job, and it boiled down to I pissed somebody off. And I didn't do anything to create harm to somebody else. I'm not that person. When I have a difficult moment or I get upset, if I upset somebody, I'm going to apologize and I'm going to work toward repair, and I'm going to let them know that that's never my intention and how do we fix it. And when I was excused from my position, what wasn't given to me was context. I can only make um, I can only make assumptions about who it was. I have a pretty good idea of who it was, and it's really quite sad because that person is supposed to be helping people by modeling a behavior that gives a client hope that they too can grow and better themselves and be independent. And if you can't even be straightforward with somebody who upsets you. And again, I didn't do anything other than try and remain compliant to an agreement that was made across departments. All I did was say, hey, this is a safety issue and we need to follow protocol. And if that pissed somebody off, that is totally not about me. That is about them. And those negative opinions did impact me. I have been busting my ass for weeks now in job acquisition, looking for a damn job, doing all the things that you need to do, sending out resumes and consulting with other people and networking and researching companies and doing all the things that are necessary so that you are educated when you sit before a panel of people. And in all of that time, it took me more than a month to get approved for unemployment, which I should have been approved within the first week. But the agency wanted to fight me on it because they had the audacity to say that I caused harm. Gratefully, the Minnesota Department of Unemployment was smart enough to say, nope, a single incident does not constitute long-term harm. She's approved. And I'm grateful because obviously you still need to pay bills. I still have a car payment that I need to deal with. I still have to pay rent. I still have to do all of these things. And it's like, if somebody was that hurt and offended by who I am, that they needed to fight that hard to make me the problem, man, that person really needs help. That person needs to spend some serious time with a therapist to get to the bottom of who hurt them in childhood, because they definitely created more chaos out of their own insecurities about who I am. And at the end of the day, I'm okay. I know that I'm still waiting to hear back on this really great job, and I'm hopeful that I get it. And again, I'll give you guys more context later, but for right now, I don't want to say a whole lot. I'm just excited for the opportunity because it gives me time to continue to pursue other things that are important to me, like this, like taking the time to talk with all of you about the realities of our humanity and to call out the things that nobody wants to talk about, definitely not in this region. Minnesotans can be really challenging in their honesty, and that passive-aggressive shit is just ridiculous. I feel sorry for them. I wish that the people that struggle the most with it would take the opportunity to leave the region, to go and find more information about how the rest of the world lives so that they can come back and be less judgmental. God knows. None of us need it. We all need kind of a break at this point. It's too damn hard. In the meantime, just remember, be your most authentic self. That is the best thing you can do. Don't pretend for anybody else. Don't weave bullshit for anybody else. Just be you. And if people don't like it, they don't have to. And you don't want to be around that anyways. You want people around you that are going to accept you authentically as you are. Lord knows we all need more of that. And at the end of the day, all we have is one another anyway, so we might as well be the best versions of ourselves that we can be. If you found any of this helpful, please like and subscribe. I am going to continue to talk to this camera and know that it's going to have an impact on somebody at some point, and hopefully today it's you. Hopefully today you're going to think about how great you are just the way you are, and know that other people's judgment doesn't have to affect you and it doesn't have to faze you. I hope you have a good day, and I hope that you enjoy the warm weather that we're having right now. I know I'm going to, and I'll catch you next time.